welcome or welcome back to the Rise and Line podcast, where we talk about all things high vibrational. We are your hosts. My name is Demi.
And I'm Halie. Today we have a fun girly episode. Today we're talking about makeup, and I think that this is really fun for us to talk about because we both love makeup. We've been doing it forever, and Demi is a makeup artist. So, I mean, if you have any makeup related questions, she'd be a great person to talk to. But also, I think it's important to
Consider the meaning of makeup
the
for
meaning
you.
and like the power that's in doing makeup. I feel like there is so much more to makeup than just like covering up your face. I think that it is, in my own belief, I think that a lot of people think that people put on makeup because they want to cover themselves up, but I think that it's actually a way to allow us to feel empowered. And I think a lot of women know that they don't need makeup to be beautiful, but it's fun and it is empowering, and it can bring you into alignment, and it can help you like manifest if you want to use putting on makeup as a time to have you time. Like there's just so many ways that you can use makeup to create positivity in your life.
Absolutely. So I want to start here. When I was younger, I relied heavily on makeup as a form of confidence, and so much so that I wouldn't wash it off at night. I would sleep with my makeup. I didn't want anybody to see me without my makeup, and I didn't feel pretty without it. Over the years, that has immensely transformed, and I think it's so important to first and foremost love yourself unconditionally and really learn that self-confidence, because the makeup doesn't make you who you are. It's not what makes people love you. It's not what makes you you in any way. But that said, makeup is a beautiful art form, and you know, it's thousands of years old. It's used in every culture, and it can do so many cool things. So, you know, we talk about self-concept. We have a whole episode on that. And for me, I love that I can change my style of makeup every day and feel like a different person all the time. And I also love myself without makeup these days. So I want to say that the first step to good makeup is your skincare routine. And I am obsessed. We both are obsessed with skincare. And I think that taking care of my skin not only protects it from the use of makeup, but also makes me feel more confident in my own skin. So that's my biggest tip to anyone, is make sure that you have a really good skincare routine if you are going to use makeup, or even if you aren't. It's just so important to take care of your skin, and it really does make me feel so good. It's definitely a part of my everyday routine, twice a day, every day, like no matter what. But that said, I have been doing makeup professionally for about 6, almost 7 years now, and I have seen the way that it can transform the way people feel and really make them feel truly beautiful. And my personal style is enhancing people's features rather than completely changing what they look like. Sometimes it is fun to paint and, you know, do a really dramatic face and stuff, but that's not an everyday look for me. And I think it's more important to enhance and, you know, really focus on the natural beauty of a person so that they can see that within themselves.
Totally. I love that so much. And I love that you said makeup is an art form, and it's so important to highlight that, because everyone does their makeup differently, and just like artists, like they do their work differently, and they're all individually beautiful. So I think that, you know, it is cool that we all have our own like style of makeup and can do it differently. And even depending on the day, depending on how you're feeling or how you want to feel, you can do it differently to embody that or to evoke that, those emotions. But it's also fun to just play with sometimes. And I find that it can be really soothing or relaxing, like when you're anxious or stressed, and it can be a good time to use that time at the beginning of your day to like kind of lose yourself in doing your makeup and find like your alignment when you're doing your makeup. And one of my favorite things to do, or I guess a few of my favorite things to do during this time, is to listen to high vibrational content while you're doing your makeup. or listening to like high vibrational music that makes you feel really good and empowered and that evoke the emotions that you are wanting to bring into your day. So like having the songs or this podcast or anything that makes you feel really good, I think is such a great way to start your day. But you can also practice saying affirmations to yourself as you're getting ready. I think that's a great time because naturally you're looking in the mirror, and I think it's so important to like have that connection with yourself. You're like looking in your eyes and telling yourself certain things that you need to hear. This can be a great way to get it like into your routine where you're telling yourself affirmations every single day. So over time, you're going to reprogram some of those beliefs, but it can also be a way to invoke positive energy into your day as well. So if you're preparing for something for the day, or if you just want to like feel good about yourself, like you can tell yourself affirmations while you're getting ready to align with that.
Yes. Okay. So I do all of those things. That's my absolute favorite time to listen to like high vibrational content, podcasts. Yeah. And my favorite music, definitely. I feel like that is something that I keep in my quote unquote toolbox for alignment, because no matter how I'm feeling prior to doing that, if I get ready and like get a cute outfit, maybe match my makeup to it and listen to like some high vibe content, no matter what, I am happy after that. I'm like, yes, I feel like myself. Like, I feel so aligned. I feel magical. Everything's all good again. And there is something about that kind of ritual that just makes you feel so much better. And I've also seen it within my clients. Like, I am also a life coach, so I will just naturally be talking about like happy, positive things to my clients and listening to music while I'm doing their makeup. And a lot of times I'm doing it at somebody's wedding, which is like the happiest day of their life, you know? So it's just a beautiful experience. And by the end of it, they are like so happy and they're like taking selfies with their friends, and everything is just so high vibe. I absolutely love it. You know, obviously, there's yin and yang to everything, right? So there's definitely a negative side to makeup, and there's definitely that, you know, obviously a lot of makeup products don't have healthy ingredients. So that's something to be aware of. Again, if you are using skincare prior to makeup, it's going to help protect your skin, but to be mindful of what you're putting on your face is important too. And then there's also like the idea that people don't feel beautiful without makeup, you know, and sometimes people kind of overuse it and don't feel worthy when they're not using it. So, you know, of course you can look at either side, but I think that as long as you are in a good emotional state and you do truly love yourself no matter what, makeup can be used as such a fun tool and an art. And, you know, I feel the same way about like when you're painting a picture. For me, it is the same kind of meditative state when I'm painting my face or painting other people's faces. Like, I'm not thinking of it as like I need to change myself, but more so like, oh, I want to do this look today. Like, and this is so pretty. And I'm like talking to myself in the mirror, and, oh, that looks good. And like, oh, you're so pretty and you're so good at this. And like, you know, and it makes you feel so much better. And I think that that's a really positive way to be using it as a tool, you know, towards manifestation, towards alignment, towards the way that you want to feel and how you want to present, you know. And for me, makeup is like a really girly thing, you know. It's a feminine. I've always loved to dress up and paint my face and match my outfit and, you know, do the fun things. I love wearing high heels and lipstick.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like I love like having a fresh, clean face, like skin-cared up and in my comfy clothes. Like something about that also makes me very like feel very feminine sometimes, and like feel very just like, I mean, you connect to your like I mean, it's more authentic obviously than wearing makeup, but like there's something empowering about not wearing makeup and feeling good as well. So I love both. I feel like whatever you do, like just finding a way for it to align with how you want to feel and turning it into a positive experience. Like, and if you are putting on makeup because you're wanting to cover up, I recommend doing things while you're doing your makeup to make it a more positive experience that will help you kind of turn that thought process around. I also want to touch on the ingredients aspect of makeup, and this goes for everything that you consume. We have a whole episode about this that we can link below, but this has been a journey for me more recently to find skincare and makeup products that are non-toxic, that don't have harmful ingredients, and that actually come from the earth. And it can be really difficult, but I encourage you to be mindful about the products that you're putting on your skin, because you're putting it directly onto your face. And I just think that it is so important to be intaking clean, natural things. And one thing that I've been using to help me do that is this is non-sponsored, but I think you need to have this app. It is called Think Dirty, and you can either take a picture of the barcode on a product, or you can search, they have millions of products on there. You can search and it tells you if the product has any carcinogens in it, if there's any toxic ingredients in it, and it provides studies that proves or talks about the experiment in which it shows that the products are toxic. So that is a great reference point if you're looking to go towards cleaner products. And I think it's also important to note that a lot of products that are marketed as clean are not clean. They still have a lot of harmful ingredients in them. So unfortunately, I feel like a lot of more natural products they don't last as long or necessarily work as good, but I kind of find that I'd prefer that over, having amazing makeup, but be intaking all of these toxins. So that's just a little side point, and just something that's been important to me that aligns with my values. And it makes me feel good when I'm putting on makeup that's made from plants and stuff. It's just feels really good.
Yeah, it is so valid. I would also like to say that skincare has a very similar aspect. I'm definitely guilty of using both makeup and skincare products that are not amazing for you. However, recently I have become more conscious and aware of what I am putting on my face, in my skin, even the soaps that I'm using in the shower and things like that. We use so many hormone disruptors and toxic chemicals in our everyday products. You don't think about it, but your laundry, all your soap, your skincare, everything. So I've become more mindful of that recently. And obviously, to each their own. If you have good skin and you're not too worried about it, don't stress on it, but it might be something just to become more aware of. And if you are looking for a good natural skincare, I recently discovered tallow, which it's a little pricey, but hear me out. It lasts forever because it spreads so far. It is so thick and creamy. And it does sound totally weird because it is made from a cow fat, I believe. But I have one that's lavender scented, and it doesn't smell weird, and it's completely natural, and it's sustainable, and they're using the cows for meat and milk and whatever. So it would otherwise go to waste. So I don't feel bad about it. I love animals, so don't take this the wrong way, but I'm that is a really good skincare alternative that is good for your body and it works really well. So,
Do you have any other favorite makeup products you'd want to share?
Makeup products, honestly, right now I am obsessed with Jamie Genevieve's brand. It's called Vive. It's out of the UK. Her products are made in Italy. I don't know if they are all super good for you or not, but I love them. I love the packaging. I love the quality. She's always had really similar taste in makeup to me, really dewy skin and kind of smoky eyes and things like that. So she's got amazing products of every sort. She doesn't have a foundation yet, but she has my favorite concealer. She has one of my all-time favorite dewy primers. She has a skin dew that you can use both as a primer and a highlighter, and a skin dew highlighter. And she's got blush, she's got lipstick, lip liners that are amazing. I haven't found a product from her brand yet that I didn't like, so That's kind of my lately obsession with makeup.
I love that.
I've also always been obsessed with the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Oil. I'm pretty sure that is all natural. It's got like lavender and calendula and a bunch of other natural oils in it. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. I'm wrong. Oh no.
Yeah, it's really sad. So
Oh
Kiehl's
no.
does market themselves as more natural, but I'm working my way through, like, I have a moisturizer, an eye cream, and the oil that I'm working through, and I don't think I'll repurchase them again because there are a couple ingredients that are pretty sketchy in them, which makes me so sad. And I always envisioned them as being like a really clean brand. And I also, around Christmas time, they were running like a deal, and I got this body lotion from them too. And I'm pretty sure it's unscented even. And their rating out of 10 being the worst is a 9 for that body lotion.
Darn.
So I'm like, it's really disappointing.
Oh, that's really sad. I do still love that oil.
But
I'm
it is
probably just
super
gonna
good.
close my eyes at the ingredient list there because I love it.
I know. It is really good. But and it's tough because it does have a lot of amazing, like, natural products in there as well. But, it's like hard to totally avoid these ingredients in all of your things. So if you're like pretty clean and there's like one product that you just like love, or a few products that you just love, that, it's like balance,
Yeah,
you can't
it is
avoid
balance.
it in everything.
For me, it's like, okay, good skincare routine, eat healthy. Some of these makeup products, I just ignore the ingredient list because they're like my favorite product and it makes me happy to use it, and obviously the more time goes by, the more conscious and aware I become of everything that I'm consuming. But at this point in my life, there are things that I'm like, well, as long as it's like not doing anything too terrible to me at the moment, I'm probably going to keep using it.
I have a few recommendations for like clean products. Since we're talking about it, there is a brand called Dime, I believe, and they have a completely clean mascara that I've been using, and I've went through a journey with mascara, like finding one that just wouldn't like flake or smear, and this is like the first natural one that I found that doesn't do that, and it's clean ingredients. So I do recommend that. And then Ilia is a really good clean makeup brand as well. I use a few of their products. There's been a couple that I haven't liked. I think it is I don't know if it's like a skin tint, but it has SPF in it. I really did not like that. But I use the setting powder, which I really like. I've used their mascara and it's okay. And I think I've tried a couple other things, but I
really liked their liquid liner. I have tried that and I did really like that, which is important.
Yeah.
It is kind of hard to find good products, whether or not they are healthy for you. I think probably even more challenging when you're looking for clean ingredients, because a lot of these sketchy ingredients are like things that make them last longer, things that preserve them, just like in our foods, and it's things like that. But even if you're like, I don't care what's in it, it's still hard to find a good mascara.
True.
It's like, seriously, I don't know. The same with concealers, things like that. Like, I've worked for MAC, I've worked for Ulta, I've used hundreds of different brands of concealer, and it is really hard to find a good concealer. And same with mascara. Yeah, either they flake, they transfer, they come off during the day, like they don't give you enough volume. Like, there's always something that's missing, and it's really hard to find good ones. Yeah.
And I feel like over time, like, your makeup style changes, or you're looking for something different, or your skin changes, and then like the reason you find a good product, the reason you're using it goes against kind of like what you want now. So then you have to start from scratch again, because you're like, oh, this is too high coverage for what I want right now. Or like, then you got to start from scratch. I also really love the Milk makeup. It is like a stick bronzer. It's cream, but it's like in a stick. And I love that. I've been super into creamy products. Milk makeup is usually fairly clean, but I don't know about that specific product. And then Rare Beauty, I don't know about their ingredients as well, but their liquid blush is really nice, and it blends really well. It's very pigmented and it blends really well. So I really like that. And I would say I've been using an e.l.f. concealer. I picked it up one time because I just like really needed a concealer, and I looked up their ingredients, and it's clean. It's the cleanest. It's the cleanest
Wow.
concealer that I've had, and I'll probably repurchase it for that reason and because I do like it. I don't know about all of their products, but the concealer specifically rated
Is
really
it the
well.
camo concealer?
It is, I think so, but they have two different. They have one with like a white top and it's more hydrating,
Uh-huh.
and there's the black one. It has a black top and it's supposed to be more mattifying, and I think it's the camo concealer. But the
Wow.
mattifying one I think works better than the.
I'm shocked because I have used that one before and it works pretty well actually.
Mhm.
But it always smelled a little bit like paint to me. So I was like, it's probably not the best, but I'm gonna use it anyway.
But I think that's the thing where a lot of products that smell good is because they have fragrance in them.
Yeah, that's valid. That's definitely valid. I was thinking while you were talking too, I am interested to know about Lancome's ingredients because I know they spend like millions of dollars on skincare research every year. And they do have products like the foundation that's called Re-Energy Lift Foundation. I always loved that one because it has skincare within the foundation. Um, Beautiful, luminous finish to it. And it has a great array of foundation colors, which I think can be hard because some brands don't carry enough shade range of foundations. But I do really like that one. And they do claim to spend more money on skincare research than they do on advertising every year. So I would be curious to find that out. I also love their Sills Booster, which is like a mascara primer. Their mascaras are really great. Taint Adol works really well. Again, don't know about the ingredients, but I use that primer with like every brand of mascara that I find that I like, and it works amazing with every brand. So I probably won't stop using it. Hopefully, it's not terrible for me, but it's meant to actually put vitamins into your eyelashes. So it's supposed to like help them grow as well as prime your eyes. But right now, I've been using the Vive mascara, which I find to be a really good one as well. I haven't had any issues with it, and that's rare for me.
I also wanted to talk about how makeup can become like a spell or a ritual if you want, for my magical girlies or those who want to be like invite more magic into their day, because I love to talk about being more magical. I love turning my makeup routine into like a spell. So you can do it to invoke, a certain intention for the day or whatever. I have been using a lot of cream products, and even like a lot of people use cream foundation. So when you are applying your foundation, I will like take a brush and I will like apply it in angel numbers on my face because it gets blended out. So you can, pick your angel number 777333. You can draw your foundation in on your face with angel numbers, and then you blend that in. And then like the cream bronzer, you can do something kind of like that, depending on, I want my bronzer to be a little more like straight, but with the blush, my Rare Beauty blush, I'll draw my little my little angel numbers in with my, because the Rare Beauty blush has like it's kind of like a concealer brush on the end, so you can like draw it in, and then you blend it in with your brush. And you can also think about using like colors that align with the frequency that you want to call in today. We've talked about color magic before, so using blushes or eyeshadows that align with, or colors that align with a specific frequency. And like I said, we've gone more into detail in that in other episodes, but it kind of just turns your makeup routine into a spell. And I think it's so fun. And you can even play around with different scents while you're doing your makeup, or having specific crystals around that align with the frequency. And it's just like super magical and special. And just, it turns your whole day around, I feel like.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't so much think about it in that way. I feel like for me, it's more of like the self-concept idea. So I'll be like, sometimes I pick out my outfit first and then I do my makeup based on that. Or sometimes I'll be like looking at Instagram the day before and I'll be like, oh, she looks so good. Like her makeup's so pretty. And so I'll want to do my makeup like that and kind of embody that energy maybe if it's like somebody like Jamie Genevieve. I think she's gorgeous and successful and happy and kind. And I'm like, I want to be like her today, you know? Or I'll be just like thinking of like a vibe like, oh, I want to be really like girly and light and feminine today. So I'm going to do like light pink blush and pink eyeshadow and, you know, nude lips, and you just be like girly and fun. Or I feel like I want to be dark feminine today. Like I want to be sultry and in charge. And, you know, like I will be like, who do I feel like being today? And then I'll sometimes even match my music to that theme so that I do the makeup better, which everyone knows is a hack to doing makeup.
Totally. I just love that overall getting ready can be a tool. You know, we always talk about our toolbox, a tool to manifest what you want and embodying that person that you want to be, or that, you know, your higher self, like, and just, you know, you can change it depending on how you feel that day.
Yeah.
And it's just like so magical, so empowering. It can bring you back into alignment. It's just so special. And doing your makeup, it doesn't have to be extravagant or like all, you know, you don't have to do the whole 9 yards. I feel like for me lately, the more natural, the more I like it. And I know makeup trends change. That wasn't always how I did my makeup. I was very much into the super bold eyeshadow and the super like drawn in eyebrows. Like that was a trend, and it's fun. It kind of changes like clothing does. Like makeup goes through trends, and I just feel like right now it is a little bit more natural, and that's just natural. Like that's just what I feel like doing right now, and it feels really good. I don't have to do a ton of makeup in the morning, but I can still turn it into like a special experience, and I can still, you know, use that time to help, like to dedicate to myself and feeling good about myself and having this time. And that being said, like you don't have to be like a makeup artist to enjoy doing makeup. You know, you can experiment with it and play with it, and you don't even have to go anywhere. You know, if you just want to experiment with makeup, like if you aren't super familiar with it, like on a Friday night or something, instead of going out, you can just play around with makeup and see what happens. I don't know.
Absolutely. I feel like it's such a creative expression. And as a makeup artist, so many people ask me like, am I doing this right? Or like, how do you do this? And I can show you how I personally do things, which changes on a daily basis, you know, changes with the wind, but there's no wrong way. It's just art. So a lot of times, like I give people lessons sometimes, and I'm like, you know, I can recommend the brushes that I use, but you can just bring what you have and I can show you how to use that, you know, and you can experiment with that and see what works best for you, because every artist is different. You know, you're going to favor some brushes over others, or, you know, some people do their makeup with their hands, or some people use sponges and some people use brushes. It's really just personal preference and kind of what you're going for. I can say that, like, if you see a certain style of makeup that you really love, follow that person. And if they are a makeup artist, usually you can follow their tutorials and kind of see what they're doing, what their method is to get that. I've used that a ton over the years. Like, I am self-taught. I'm not a cosmetologist. My degree is not in cosmetology. But I've mostly learned from like YouTube and from experimenting and, you know, just trying different things, mixing foundations, trying different brands together and, you know, different products together until I find like my favorite. And I'm constantly changing that. And like you said, like society kind of changes makeup, like norms or like what's popular in makeup all the time. And so yeah, like 2016 was so much more bold than it is now. I do feel now with this mob wife concept coming in that more dramatic makeup is coming back a little bit, but I personally, I don't feel like I follow those norms as much because I feel different every day. So sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to wear makeup. Sometimes I just want to be fresh and dewy and light and natural. And other times, like I said, I want to be sultry and, you know, maybe I'm going out to an event with a dress and I just want my makeup to be everything, you know, but it just depends how you feel. And that's kind of what I love about it, that you can just do whatever you want, however you feel, whenever you want for no reason or for a special event.
Yes, totally. And there are so many makeup products out there,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it can be hard to discern what you want to try. Even, I'll read through so many reviews and research ingredients and do so many things before I actually pick a product. It can be overwhelming. And, that's just for one product. And, if you're thinking about all the different types, products that there is out there, like eyebrows and eyes and face and lips, like there are so many products. So I think finding like a makeup artist or someone that, one, you may want your makeup to look like them, but also maybe your skin is like their skin, or their
Mm-hmm.
face shape is like yours, and that can be a great way to learn what products work for them. That might help you discern what you want to try, because I've definitely done that, and I have followed a lot of like makeup influencers or whatever over the years, and there's some that I watch just because I enjoy, but I know that my skin isn't like their skin. Like their skin might be more oily or more dry or whatever, uh, and I know that because they share that information, they talk a lot about it. So there are other people that I follow that I know whose skin reacts like my skin, or who has the same values that I have when looking for products. Uh, so they're just a great like person to go to when you're looking for recommendations for a certain product.
Yeah, that's such a good point. If you are local, I do tutorials. If you look me up on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, it's Demigod Makeup Artistry. When I do that, I will always go over your skincare routine first. I will ask you about your skin, like your characteristics of your skin, and then I will recommend products that work well for your skin type specifically, because that is definitely something you will notice, that makeup does not go on the same on everybody. Like everyone has different skin. Almost everyone has an individual skin color. Like, yes, you might be like NW13 and so are 50 other people that you know, but your skin is probably like a tiny shade different. And oh, another thing that I think everyone needs to know about makeup that like nobody knows is that makeup oxidizes. So what that means is when it hits oxygen, and like it's usually foundation and concealer more than anything, when it goes onto your skin and it dries on your skin, it darkens several shades. I don't think I've ever found a product that doesn't do that. So when you are picking out makeup in the store, when the product is wet on your skin, it's not the same color as it's going to be when it dries. And that's why you like might pick out your perfect shade, and then you go home and you're like, "What is this?" You see yourself in the sunlight in the car and you're like, "Oh my god, what have I done?" That's just something that everyone should know. So a great way to test it out is to put it along your jawline and let it dry and then pick your shade.
I love that. I always love a good makeup tip. So
We could probably do an entire episode on makeup tips. We could maybe do a tutorial. I definitely have a lot available on my pages if you are interested, but let us know. Like, comment any questions. We'd be happy to answer them.
yeah, we love makeup. Super fun. So yeah, totally. Let us know your favorite makeup products, maybe stuff you don't like. That would have been fun to talk about too. Like
Yeah.
maybe products you don't like. We'll save that for another day.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening to this episode. We'll pull a card as always. I guess one thing on this guy because I already took it out. This is the Starseed Oracle deck. Oh, this
Ooh.
one when I first like started shuffling, and I was like, ooh.
Meant to be.
Okay, so it is called, and it is beautiful. It kind of is like pyramid like walls. Like there's a lot of really cool old carvings into it, and then this big doorway into like a galaxy. And she's wearing this really cool like red cape flowy dress. And if you are watching on YouTube or Spotify, you can see on the video here, and this card represents soul gifts and training, and it's time to step up.
Yes. You came to Earth with a double mission: to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you toward, for it's encoded within the most direct path forward. Your soul has many unique gifts that it came here to share. Some of you may already be aware of, others you're just beginning to uncover. You're being called to remember that your soul intelligently chose the perfect conditions to carry out your soul's mission and share your soul's gifts. If you're being called toward a creative project, a passion, or an adventure, this card is your confirmation that you're facing the right way and that this moment right here is destined. If you're feeling underprepared or thinking, who am I to do that? This card is guiding you to step up and leap and consider perhaps that your soul has been training for this moment right here for lifetimes. Starseed activation. Oh, okay. Well, I would say place your hand on your heart and whisper the following. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I've received throughout all of my lifetimes. I'm ready to embody them all now without hesitation or fear. I fully commit to being here now. I'm ready to step into my soul's highest and most potent calling. I've been training for this for lifetimes. Ooh.
Say no more. I love that so much. That's so good.
That is so good. I have nothing to add to that. That's perfect.
Yes. I did get like a little bit of a download moment that related to makeup just from looking at this card. It's very like ancient looking. It kind of looks like a different timeline. And I was just kind of reminded that, you know, makeup has literally been used since like the beginning of time, but they did use natural things. So a lot of like eyeshadow and stuff was made from crystals, and they would crush up crystals and put that on their eyes. So I just think that's super magical and food for thought for you guys.
And coal and flowers and all kinds of stuff. We can make our own makeup. That'd be fun.
I know. I've been thinking about it.
That would be fun. That would be fun. Maybe in a new episode to come. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope this episode was fun for you. Thank you, as always, for helping us raise the vibration. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.